sign, and some of the graves are really old. So I figured I'd stop and take a look. If you want to learn more about it, I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Survival on a Budget Made Easy. Just driving in, I did see some really interesting headstones. Now there's a family here today. Not sure what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing like that little, we put a piece of paper across the tombstone and rub it to get the imprint or not. That's a pretty reef on that one. Now this one, this sable really caught my eye. I never seen one like this before. I'm guessing they were probably a veteran or something. You can see how they had the American flag going across. The black part's really smooth, and the gray part has like a really rough texture to it. Memory of the Sons of the American Revolution. Daughters of the American Revolution. Now they got some of those ones that just lay flat on the ground here too. July 1995, April 4th, 1938, 1970, 1972. I'm assuming this is a newer one over here. Not sure if he's supposed to have the flag or not, but we'll give it to him. Now here's a newer one. Here's a newer one. But the way it's all washed out makes it look old. 2016, so it's only 4 years old. Doll over here. And this has a really nice engraving, but you really can't see it too well for some reason. Looks like there's a residue on it. An infant one. That's kind of sad. Here's one with a nice engraving. Every morning I find the strength to make it another day without you. I think of you often and remember all the silly things we used to do and the fun we had. Now those days are gone, and all I can do is cling to the memories of a time long since past. I cherish those times and hold them close to my heart. Our love knows no boundaries as my love for you continues to grow more and more. Yours truly. That's nice. I'm assuming it was a husband and wife. Earl, and Linda Lockenbill. Car ball. I'm amazed by how much detail they can actually get in some of these headstones. I mean, you can see buck, doe, ducks. It'd be nice if you get these things where people are actually living. Maybe they do make something like that, I just haven't seen it. Now this engraving is a little different. The way they did it. Gave it like a deep black outline. Here's the truck drivers. Got his picture down here. Guess that was his truck. Now, as you can see, this cemetery is going to be stretching out a long ways. This is actually a pretty big cemetery. Now over here, it's like the really old section. You can tell by how some of the graves are sunken in the ground. Actually, if you look around, they got a lot of graves sunken into the ground. That's kind of what caught my eye, was a sign. These old headstones with like the goth look to them. Okay, memory of David Gebhardt, who was born November 17th, 1799, and departed this life June 5th, 1799. Age 62. That don't make sense. November 17th, 1799. This life, 1799. Age 62 years. He got the same year for his date and his birth, or unless that's a 29. That still makes sense. I don't know. Over here, and this is something I really don't understand. You got all these normal headstones the whole way around. Then, and pretty much off by itself is this big vault. You know. I mean, maybe it was somebody that showboated all their life and had to showboat in death. I'm really not sure. But it's kind of silly. There's another vault over there, right there. But it's not nearly as big. Okay, Kemper, Mother Linda, died 1932. Father Edward, 1918. Daughter Rosa B, 1954. So apparently there's 3 people in there. I don't think I'd like that. Well, I guess you're dead. It really doesn't matter, but I just think that's kind of weird. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Galantgi, who knows? J. Stewart, 1995. Mary A., 1979. I don't know what these center things are. They kind of remind me of doorbells. Yeah. That'd be creepy. Ring a doorbell for somebody's dead. Schwartzball. Here, now here's another real pretty one. Kenneth E., 1937 to 2010. Patchy D, still alive, 1937. You know, got an old mill, it looks like. Him fishing, probably catching a bass, a couple deer. But there's one in here like I've never seen before. I'm gonna try to find it again. I'm not sure where it was. I just happened to see it when I get pulled in. Okay, this one's kind of weird. You got a headstone there, but it looks like a new grave. It looks really weird. And this person is behind it, But why would you have a headstone at the foot end? That's just weird. Okay, when I first got here, I thought this was just like a tree stump because it looks like this tree over here. But it's actually a headstone. I mean, I'm assuming concrete. I'm really not sure. But 1912. Charles D. 1897, 1898. So it's like a family headstone. I mean, I just thought that was really interesting the way it looked. And as you can see, this graveyard goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Probably one of the biggest ones I've ever been in. And it's in Taneytown, Maryland, which really isn't that big of a town. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna head on out. I just happened to pass this and just thought it was interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've seen things like I never seen before. Okay, enough of the random. I'm gonna get out of here. Click on that subscribe button up in one of these corners, and as always, thanks for watching.